Good morning, I'm Dr. Richard Godbee. I'm Director of Technical Services for Farnam, VitaFlex, and Horse Health. We're going to spend a little bit of time now talking specifically about products, and we're going to start with the supplement category, primarily for Farnam. We do have a couple of horse health products here, and we'll discuss them as we get to them. Now, one of the products that's been around for a good number of years is Sand Clear. And oftentimes, when people think about Sand Clear, it's to get sand out of the gut. Well, most of our soils in the United States are sandy loams, and they'll contain anywhere from 40 to 80% sand. Although we don't live at the beach, we stop and think, oh gosh, it's Sand Clear, I probably don't need to use it. In reality, I can't think of any place in the country that you don't need to use Sand Clear. And the reason being is there's several reasons that this hits home to me. One, when we have drought conditions and these horses are grazing grasses down very close to the soil, they're picking up sand and dirt. All this goes into the gut. It drops into the ventral colon and it stays there unless we use something to move it along. The other thing is, even when we have a lot of grass and it rains, raindrops hit this sandy loam soil and it blows sand up on the grass, so the horse is consuming it. Well, my horse only gets hay. If you'll look in your feeder sometime, you'll be amazed at how much sand came in with your hay. But little things like a horse that gets just a little bit of diarrhea, not a runny screen door type diarrhea, sometimes that might be an indication of some sand in the gut. Little bitty tummy aches, that can sometimes give you an idea. Your veterinarian can do some tests through x-rays and other things to look for sand. But for normal horse owners, there's a couple of things that we can do to be proactive. Is we can take manure, put it in a bucket of water, break it up, and then feel in the bottom of that bucket and see if there's any sand in the bottom of the bucket. And for those of us that have an aversion to manure, you can take an OB sleeve, obstetric sleeve, big plastic sleeve, put it on, pick up manure, invert it, add water to it, break it up, and if you see sand in the fingertips, your horse has sand in his gut, and that's a good indication that you need to be using Sand Clear. The directions say use it for 7 continuous days. Now, most people will start on the first day of the month and use it for the first week, the first 7 days as a purge. And that's a great way to do it. If you live in an area where sand is an issue, you've had a horse where he's had sand impaction, where he's had some problems, you might want to consider using it every second or third day, just so we don't get that accumulation of sand in there. And it's not going to hurt either way. If you go in, use it for the purge aspect that first week of the month, or if you use it on alternating days every third day. I have a gray Starlight mare that gets it every 3 days. She's had some colic surgeries, not from impaction, but some colic surgeries. And all of my stalls are matted, but I do it just as, again, it's a very inexpensive insurance policy, the way I look at it. So either way that you wanted to use it, it can be a purge, you can use it, I don't use it on a continuous basis, but every second, third day is probably a good alternative.